Hello, it's Caleb from Jacked Bike Mods, and today I'm going to show you how to install a new suspension fork that we offer onto your OG JackRabbit. For starters, we're going to flip the handlebars around. If you're wondering why I have two sets of handlebars on here, this is my personal bike. I just zip tied the BMX bars I run and stuck the original ones back on here. So got the handlebars locked back for starters. First thing I want to do is I want to go over here, grab my 15 mil, break free the bottom wheel, and we're just going to take this off. You got those two washers, they will like to hang up, so just be sure to get those out of the way. If you don't have a bike stand, that's okay. You can do this on the ground. That's how I did the first time. Now we got this wheel off, we're going to just set it aside. We don't need the 15 anymore. I'm going to grab a small one, like a 3 mil hex key. We're going to go over to your locking detent. I like to push on the top corner, give it a shove, get caught on that top corner, and we're going to push it all the way in until we get it stuck in the down position. This can take a few tries, but that's okay. If you look in there, it's no longer locked. I'm just going to shove this in here and force it down a little bit more. Now, I'm shoving my finger in here, and I'm just going to pull this bottom tab here straight out, and that's your locking detent. Now, we're going to go grab our next Allen key. This one here is a 4 mil, if I'm not mistaken. 5 mil. We want to grab our 5 mil Allen key. We want to go to the top. If you have a little rubber cap, just pick it off. I want to give it a little loose in here. Then we're going to go to our side and we're going to loosen it. Okay. Right like this. And we're going to get these guys nice and loose on the sides. And then we're going to take this top one all the way off. Once we have this top one all the way off, we're going to set both of those aside. I'm going to take this top piece off here, set it aside. I like to use the handle of the hammer for this next part. You give this guy a tap like that, it'll pop down. Sometimes requires a little harder of a hit. And now that we have that, we can slip and slide this off. This here is the locking piece that we needed a hammer for. Watch out for this little spacer. I'm going to slip this all the way out. Set the locking guide here. You can leave this top piece on right here just to help keep your bearing in line. We're going to take your ball bearings out of this one. That's that over here. Grab your new fork. Throw this on here. I want to grab these two guys again here. For your fork, you want the open side of the bearings facing up and the closed side down. So you see how you have that closed rim there and the open side here. You want it to go on right like this. Gotta slip that straight up and through, making sure everything lines up. Want to grab this piece of plastic and stick it down. That will help retain it. Now, reach all the way over here. We're going to grab the stem and our retaining cap right here. And we're going to put back on the cap. Grabbing our 4 mil again. You don't want to tighten this guy too tight. You just want it to have enough tightness for it to not have slop in the headset. You just way to test that is to grab here and give it a little pull. Grab up here, give it a little pull, feel nice and tight, and then give it a 1/16 of a turn there after that. We want these two to line up. We'll get that perfect alignment afterwards once it's off the stand and we have the wheel reattached. But for now, it is roughly center. It could definitely move a little farther this way. Does not matter right now. Let's flip the fork around here. I'm going to grab our detent again. Want to look in this hole. We want to get to both holes lined up, and we want to insert this guy in as aligned as possible like that. Now our detent's in. It is normal to have this little tab hanging out. If that bugs you, cut it. It's just the bottom of this does not hang down as low as the other. And now we can test to make sure this works. Yep, we're free steering here. Spins, it locks. It's exactly what we want to see. Now that we have that on, we're going to go widen this out. You want the washers on the outside. It needs to be a little wider than it was before. You can take those off all the way if you want and then drop them on the floor like I just did. Now we're just going to sit here and tighten back on the bolts. Don't tighten them all the way on until you get to the ground. Just have them finger tight. Let's get this up and off the stand. I'm going to unlock the fork and swing it around to keep everything nice and straight. Hop down on the floor. Now that we have weight on it, we can hold it upright and finish the tightening just to make sure that your wheel's not wonky. This does give you a good bit of extra wheel clearance. I want these guys tight. Does not mean muscle it. Don't want to strip anything, but you don't want them falling off. Hi. Sweet, we got that on. Gonna go back to grabbing our 5mm. Swing it around. Line up the whole bike frame. Eyeball center. And now, lastly, we're gonna tighten these guys on here. You are screwed into aluminum, so don't crank too hard. But you want them to be tight. You'll know it's tight whenever you're able to grab it. Try and move it, and you're not gonna move it. So I got a little movement, so I know I'm not tight enough yet. And just like that, it's all aligned. We're nice and tight. And now, you got a suspension fork on your JackRabbit. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Make it yours. Have a great day. Bye.